Hello, my dear students. Good morning. Today, once again, I'm going to teach you your class ninth English reader Behind book. Okay, and you know already that I was teaching you first chapter. Okay, this is the first chapter, the fun they had. I was teaching you this chapter thoroughly, and near about one or two paragraph I have taught you already. So after that, today I'm going to proceed this chapter. So dear students, listen very carefully because this is the very interesting chapter also. And I have told you about this chapter already a lot, that this chapter is set in future. What is the meaning of set in future? It means this is set in, you can say, 17 May 1957. It means over here the story that is written, you can say the character that is put in this chapter, they are related to 17 May 2057. And in this way, when they find the book, it means there were two children in this chapter, and when they find the book at that time, they become very surprised. So this was the reason, because they read in this time they read the book on, you can say, computer, moving text on a computer screen, and in this way they were very surprised to finding a book in a text form, or you can say in a book form. Okay, after that, this was the story. So what happens over here, from the second part I'm going to teach you. So listen here, because this is the second number from here. Gee, said Tommy, what a waste. Over here, first Maggie, and second is Tommy. It is the second, you can say this is a boy. And Gee said Tommy, what a waste when you are through with the book. You just throw it away. I guess a television screen must have had a million textbook, already. Okay, so he was saying that Gee said Tommy ne kaha ki Gee, it means over there he was saying Gee, it means he was happy also, and said Tommy, what a waste, it is a wasting of time. He was not happy with this, because he was saying that it was the wasting of time. In this way they were wasting their time, in because it was thinking of Tommy, because he was the student of uh, uh, future, and in this way he reads all the book, all the things in on his computer, and he don't go to school, because in those days schools will be disappeared from the society, and there will be no any human teacher for teach you all the subject by taught by, you can say, robotic teachers that will appear on your screen. In this way he was saying that at that time when her, you can say, Maggie was reading a book at that time, he's saying that it means Tommy saying that what a best, it means it was totally a wasting of time why you are reading this book. When you are through the book, it means why you are going through this book, you just throw it away. आपको इसको क्या करना चाहिए? Throw it away, throw it away. I guess, or I guess over here, I guess, who is saying, 1 minute. Just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had a million books on it, and it's good for plenty more. I would not throw it away. Okay, when Tommy said to him that you are wasting your time, this is waste of time, and why are you going through this book, why are you reading this book, you should just throw it away. Because he was why he was saying so, because he don't like to go through the book, because he has never seen this kind of book, and in this way it was not interestable to him. I guess it means over here the Tommy is saying that I guess our television screen must have had a million books. It means he was saying that on my computer screen there were thousands of books presented, and so why you are reading this book, this a particular book that is in a text form, sorry, this is in a printed form. It means books like as B study. Okay, so our television screen must have had a million books on it, and it's good for plenty more, and it's good for plenty more. I would not throw it away. इसलिए मैं इसको फेंकूंगी नहीं, उस सिस्टर ने कहा. Books on its and good for plenty more. And it is very good for me. So this reason she was saying that I would not throw it away. मैं इस बुक को फेंकूंगी नहीं. I will read it thoroughly. Okay. Same with mine. Same with mine, said Maggie. It means he was saying that same with mine. 1 minute. Same with mine, said Maggie. She was 11 and had seen as many televisions on Tommy had as Tommy had. It means she was saying that same with me. It means she is saying that I have also lots of book on my computer screen. Same with me. It means same with me means she has a lot of books same like Tommy also. Okay, said Maggie. She was 11. It means she was 11-year-old and had not seen as many television books Tommy had. He was 13. Okay. She was saying that 11 and has not seen as many television as Tommy had. यानी जैसा वह बता रहा था उस तरह की बहुत सारी किताबों को उसने अभी अपने कंप्यूटर पर नहीं देखा था. And he was 13 because he was 13-year-old. She know something more about the books that were printed on the, you can say, that was found on the screen. After that what happens? Next 13. She said, where did you find it? यानी आपको ये कहाँ से मिली? She said, where did you find it? Means where did you find this book, this printed book, this in my house? So he was saying that I have found it in my house. He pointed without looking because he was busy. So he pointed without looking because he was busy reading and he was busy to reading this book in the attic. He was saying that in the attic. Attic, you can say second floor of the room. Okay, it means when any room that is situated on the second floor, we called it attic. Okay, so attic is a space that below the roof used as a store room. यानी रूम के छत के ऊपर जब कोई स्टोर रूम जैसा रूम बनाया जाता है तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? attic. Okay, so over here Tommy is saying that I have found this book at the attic because it was busy reading in book. So he just pointed out towards there that I have found over there. That's it about school. And they were found this book in the attic. Okay, same with mine, said Maggie. She was 11 and had seen as many television on Tommy was 13. She said, where did you find it? In my house. She pointed without looking because he was busy reading in the attic. And he just only replied, I found it in the attic. What's it about? और वह पूछता है she asked him that what's it about? ये जो बुक है वह किसके बारे में है? It means what is the written in this book? So over here the answer came that school. It means this is about totally school. Maggie was scornful, and when she knows, she was very scornful. What is the scornful? Over here you can see contemptuous, showing you think something is worthless. कहने का मतलब कि कोई भी चीज़ जिसको आपकी एक तरह से धारणा फीलिंग गलत हो कि वह वर्थलेस है, किसी काम का नहीं है. सो मैगी वाज स्कॉर्नफुल. स्कॉर्नफुल स्कूल. इट मीन्स because over here she was you can say not so interested towards school because they never go to school, they never study in the class, they never study with the friends, they have not seen any kind of book printed form. So this was the reason when she heard from you can say his brother about the school, she was very surprised, she was very scornful, she was not interested, she thinks that schools are worthless. So Maggie was scornful. School, a kind of, you can say over here you can see question mark also. So question marks indicate that she was very she was questionable, she was not able to, you can say she was confused, and so she can't understand what is school. What's there to write about school? इसमें क्या लिखा है स्कूल के बारे में? स्कूल के बारे में इस बुक में क्या लिखा हुआ है? I hate school. And she was telling to his brother that I hate school. She was telling to Tom that what was the name of the son? 1 minute. Tommy. Okay, so she said to Tommy that I hate the schools. Okay, I hate the school. Maggie always hated school, and Maggie always hated school because why she hated school? Because she was the student of 1857, and so this was the very advanced era. In this way, they read all the books, all the things on computer. So they hate the school. Okay, because they think that school are the outdated thing for them. So this was the reason Maggie always hated school. But now she hated it more than ever. But now she hated it more than ever. लेकिन अब क्या करती है, उससे भी ज़्यादा, यानी पहले जितना हेट करती थी उससे भी कहीं न कहीं ज़्यादा हेट करती है स्कूल से. द मैकेनिकल टीचर हैड बीन गिविंग हर टेस्ट आफ्टर टेस्ट इन जियोग्राफी. और ऐसा क्यों होता है? बिकॉज हर मैकेनिकल टीचर द मैकेनिकल टीचर हैड बीन गिविंग हर, उसको क्या ले रहा था, उसका कई बार टेस्ट आफ्टर टेस्ट उसका ले रहा था. हैविंग गिविंग टेक्स्ट आफ्टर टेक्स्ट इन जियोग्राफी. और किस सब्जेक्ट में? किस सब्जेक्ट का? जियोग्राफी. एंड शी हैड बीन doing worse and worse, and she was not reforming, she was doing, it means you can say her result was worse and worse, until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the country inspector. Okay, so what happens? Worse and worse, because you can see been doing worse and worse until her mother, तब तक उसका वर्स और वर्स ही होता है, बेकार पे बेकार जाता है. until her mother had shaken her head, जब तक उसकी माँ उसके सर को नहीं हिलाती. sorrowfully यानी दुखी होकर, sorrowfully. and sent for the country inspector, and sent for the country inspector so that he can come and inspect her. But after that, what happens? He was a round little man. It means over here who came? Country inspector. He want to inspect that computer because it was not properly working properly, and this was the reason her test going worst and worst. So after that, her mother suggests to go to country inspector so that he can come and tell something. So he was a round man. He was a round little man with a red face. यानी वह एक तरह से राउंड लिटिल मैन था, यानी गोल मटोल जैसा, और उसकी जो फेस था वह रेड था, विथ अ रेड फेस, एंड अ होल बॉक्स ऑफ टूल्स, एंड ही हैज़ होल बॉक्स ऑफ टूल्स. यानी वह एक ऐसा बैग लिया हो जिसमें सभी तरह के टूल्स रखे गए हैं, विथ डायल्स एंड वास, जिसमें डायल्स भी हैं, वास भी हैं. He smiled at Maggie and gave her an apple. And when he reached at her house, he smiled to seeing the Maggie, and he gives an apple also to eat to Maggie. Then took the teacher apart. इसके बाद क्या? Then took the teacher apart. Maggie had hoped he would not know how to put it together again. It means over here, then took the teacher apart means just goes towards the computer so that they can reform. So Maggie had hoped, वैसा वो उम्मीद करती थी, would not know how to put it together again, कि उसको कैसे फिर से ठीक किया जाए. बट ही न्यू हाउ ऑल राइट, बस उसको पता था, बट ही न्यू, लेकिन वह जानता था, न्यू हाउ ऑल राइट, कि सब कुछ कैसे ठीक होगा. एंड आफ्टर एन आवर सो, और लगभग 1 घंटे के अंदर या ऐसे ही कुछ, देयर इट वॉज अगेन लार्ज एंड ब्लैक एंड अगली with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown and the questions were asked. That was not so bad, the part Maggie hated. Okay, so what happens over here? Listen, Maggie had hoped to he would not know how to put it together again. It means उसको नहीं पता था कि ये उसको कंप्यूटर को ठीक कर पाएगा फिर से together again. बट ही न्यू, लेकिन वह जानता था, हाउ ऑल राइट, कि यह कंप्यूटर किस तरह से ठीक हो सकता है. इट मीन्स हाउ ही विल मेक इट ऑल राइट. एंड आफ्टर एन आवर आर, सो इट मीन्स नियर अबाउट, यू कैन से विद इन 1 hour he make it correct. So there it was again large and black and ugly. It means so once again a teacher appear. Ugly means over here because she don't like, so she was you can say not interested, and so she was saying a large and black and ugly with a big screen, यानी बड़े से स्क्रीन पर, on which all the lessons were shown, जहाँ पे सारे lessons जो थे उसको वह दिखाई दे रहे थे, अपीयर हो रहे थे, बिकॉज नाउ द कंडीशन ऑफ दैट कंप्यूटर वॉज गुड, दैट स्क्रीन वॉज गुड. सो दिस वॉज रीजन all the teachers and all the lessons, all the books were appeared on that and the lessons were asked, और उससे lessons जो थे वो पूछे जा रहे थे. That was not so bad, और ये इतना बुरा नहीं था, ये बात उतनी बुरी नहीं थी, यानी ये कंप्यूटर उतना बुरा नहीं था. द पार्ट मैगी हेटेड, और ये पार्ट जो था, पार्ट का मीन्स ओवर हियर यू कैन से बिकॉज शी ऑलवेज हेटेड दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टडीज. सो द पार्ट मैगी हेटेड मोस्ट वाज द स्लॉट वेयर शी हैड टू पुट होमवर्क, यानी सबसे डिफिकल्ट या सबसे हेटेबल पार्ट उसको जो लगता था वह स्लॉट लगता. स्लॉट क्या होता है? अ गिवन स्पेस टाइम और पोजिशन, अ गिवन स्पेस टाइम और पोजीशन. सो इस स्लॉट से वह क्या करती थी, पर्टिकुलर जो टाइम दिया जाता था या पोजीशन दिया जाता था उसको करने के लिए, सी हेट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. सो मोस्ट वाज द स्लॉट वेयर सी हैड टू पुट होमवर्क, जिस स्लॉट में वह अपने होमवर्क को पुट करती थी, एंड टेस्ट पेपर, और अपने टेस्ट पेपर को पुट करती थी. सी ऑलवेज हैड टू राइट देम आउट इन अ पंच कोड, यानी सब चीज़ों को वह कैसे लिखती थी? इन अ पंच कोड. सी ऑलवेज हैड टू राइट, वह हर चीज़ को लिखा करती थी, देम आउट इन अ पंच कोड दे मेड फॉर लर्न व्हेन शी वाज 6 years old, क्योंकि वो उसको सीखने के लिए बनाए गए थे, उसको बताए गए थे व्हेन शी वाज 6 years old. एंड द मैकेनिकल टीचर calculated the marks in no time, and because online test, when you go through at that time answers, after just taking your examination they provide the answers also. In the same way, when she take text on his computer, very soon the teacher provide its answers also. They calculated the marks very soon also. After that, number 5th, you can see here, the inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Moggy's head. The inspector had smiled. What happened over here in this paragraph? Listen, I'm just reading one line and telling its explanation. So listen. The inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Moggy's head. सबसे पहले तो जब उस कंप्यूटर को ठीक कर लेता है तो वेरी फर्स्ट व्हाट ही डज, ही स्माइल्ड, ही वाज हैप्पी बिकॉज ही वाज करेक्टेड इट. एंड आफ्टर दैट he finished his work, he patted Margie's head and he patted, यानी वह मार्गी के हेड को थपथपाता है. It means you can say he want to give a message to her that I have done this work. He said to her mother, and after that he said to his mother, उसने उसकी माँ से कहा. Okay, it's not the little girl's fault, ये उस बच्ची की fault नहीं थी. It means so over here the mechanical inspector who came over there to correct his computer, her computer, he tells to his mother that it was not the fault of that little girl, या उस छोटी सी बच्ची की गलती नहीं थी. मिसेस जोन्स, आई थिंक द मिसेस जोन्स यानी शी इज द मदर ऑफ हर, यू कैन से मदर ऑफ मैगी. आई थिंक द जियोग्राफी सेक्टर वाज गियर्ड अ लिटिल टू क्विक. उन्होंने क्या बताया कि इट वॉज नॉट हर फॉल्ट. आई थिंक यानी वह बता रहा है कि उसको ऐसा लगता है जो जियोग्राफी सेक्टर, यानी जो जियोग्राफी सेक्टर था जो ये टेस्ट प्रोवाइड करा था, वाज गियर्ड अ लिटिल टू क्विक, उसने कुछ ज़्यादा जल्दबाजी कर दी. लिटिल टू क्विक, दोज थिंग्स हैपन समटाइम्स, क्योंकि इस तरह की चीज़ें अक्सर हो जाया करती हैं ऑन द कंप्यूटर. I have slowed it up to an average 10 years level. It means you can say this was the test that they were taking. It was for the, you can say, upper level. So this was very difficult for her. And I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed, and these kind of mistakes can be happened over there. So I have slowed it down. इसलिए उसने क्या किया, slowed it, उसको slow कर दिया है up to an average 10 years level. और उसको किस एवरेज पे स्लो कर दिया है? 10 years लेवल पे. एक्चुअली द ओवरऑल पैटर्न ऑफ हर प्रोग्रेस इज क्वाइट सेटिस्फैक्ट्री. एंड वास्तव में एक्चुअली द overall pattern of her progress, it means the pattern of her progress, pattern of her you can say daughter or you Margie, pattern of the progress of the Maggie is quite satisfactory, and now it will be quite satisfactory because she will learn properly and she will do best in the test. And he patted Maggie's head again, और वह फिर से मैगी के सर को थपथपाता है. Maggie was disappointed, but once again she was disappointed. She was not happy. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away altogether, क्योंकि उसको लगता था कि वह इस तरह की क्लासों को नहीं लेगी, वह इस तरह के टीचर से नहीं पढ़ेगी, because you can see over here that she was not too interested for study also. So this was the reason this kind of things happens with her. So Maggie was disappointed. She was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher अवे ऑल टुगेदर, क्यों उनको लगता था कि आज उनको क्लास नहीं करना पड़ेगा, एंड देयर विल बी अनदर टीचर हु विल कम टू टीच देम. इन दिस वे दे वर hoping. So they had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. और एक बार ऐसा हो भी चुका था. They had once taken Tommy's teacher. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away because they already before it once they have done this kind of mistakes, this kind of work, and at that time they had once taken Tommy's teacher away. उसने टॉमी के टीचर को वहाँ से बाहर कर दिया था for nearly a month, लगभग एक महीने के लिए, because the history sector had blanked out completely, क्योंकि history sector क्या हो गया था, पूरी तरह से blanked हो गया था. ओके. सो शी सेड टू टॉमी, इसलिए उसने टॉमी से कहा. टॉमी से क्या कहा? वाई वुड एनी वन राइट अबाउट स्कूल. एंड आफ्टर दैट दे वर बिजी इन देयर वर्क, दे वर टॉकिंग टू ईच अदर. सो शी सेड टू टॉमी, Maggie said to Tommy, why would anyone write about school? It means over there, from this paragraph, they once again came on their first topic about the books they were talking about and about the school that is written in that book. Okay, so she said to Tommy, why would anyone write about a school? कोई भी व्यक्ति स्कूल के बारे में क्यों लिखता है? What is the reason that anybody is writing about a school? Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes, and after that when she says this kind of words, Tommy looked at her, वह उसको देखने लगता है with very superior eyes के साथ, यानी एक तरह से इंस्पेक्टिंग वे में उसकी तरफ देखने लगता है. बिकॉज इट्स नॉट आवर काइंड ऑफ स्कूल. तो वह रिप्लाई करता है. ओवर हियर टॉमी इज रिप्लाइंग टू हिज सिस्टर, टू मैगी, दैट बिकॉज इट वॉज नॉट आवर काइंड ऑफ स्कूल. तो क्या बताता है वह, यानी जब मैगी कहती है कोई भी व्यक्ति स्कूल के बारे में क्यों लिखता है, तो on this question when Maggie asked to his brother that why anybody writes about school, what is the reason behind it, so very first he looked towards her. It means Tommy looked towards her. She was inspecting her in a superior eyes, and after that he tells the reason also. So what was the reason? He tells that because it is not our kind of school, stupid. ये हमारे तरह की स्कूल नहीं है stupid, क्योंकि वह अपनी तरह की स्कूल जो थी, यानी उस दौर की जो स्कूलें थी कि कंप्यूटर पे कंप्यूटर टीचर आएंगे पढ़ाएंगे, इस तरह की टीचिंग उसको क्या लगती थी, बोरिंग लगती थी. दिस वॉज द रीज़न शी सेज दैट she hates the school because it's not our kind of school. ये जो स्कूल है जिसके बारे में इस बुक में लिखा हुआ है, it is something extraordinary, it is something different. So he was saying that it is not our kind of school. ये जो स्कूल है वो हमारे तरह की स्कूल नहीं है stupid. Okay, this is the old kind of school that they had hundreds of years ago. और ये जो स्कूल है over here in this book, the school that is mentioned over here, this is an old type of school. ये जो स्कूल है वो कैसी है, एक बहुत ही पुराने तरह की स्कूल है, old kind of school that had hundreds of years ago, जो लगभग हजारों साल पहले दिस काइंड ऑफ स्कूल वर फाइंड, यानी कई साल पहले, हजारों साल पहले इस तरह की स्कूलें पाई जाती थी. ओके, And after that, what happens over here? This is the old kind of school. It means over here Tommy is telling to her that the book that is telling about the school that are very old kind of school that is found in the ancient time, that was found in the ancient time. So this is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds years ago. He added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully इन अ सुपीरियर वे, यानी काफ़ी बढ़ा चढ़ा कर अच्छे तरीके से लॉ क्या करता है, लॉफ्टली. सो ओवर लॉफ्ट मीन्स ही एडेड लॉफ्टली, प्रोनाउंसिंग द वर्ड केयरफुली. इट मीन्स ही प्रोनाउंसिंग द वर्ड लॉफ्टली वेरी केयरफुली. Centuries ago, it means he was saying very first he was saying that hundreds and hundreds year ago, and after that he says that centuries ago, यानी सैकड़ों साल पहले. Marky was hurt, and to hearing this he was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. And after that Maggie said that I don't know about these kind of school that are very primitive, that were found in the present time. So Maggie was hurt. Very first she hurt also. Hurt means she was not finding, it means she was surprised, you can say, because she never heard about this type of school. So Maggie was hurt. Well, and after that she says that well ठीक है, I don't know व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्कूल दे हैड, मुझे पता नहीं है कि उस दौर में किस तरह के स्कूल होते थे. इट मीन्स शी वाज सेइंग दैट शी डोंट नो व्हाट टाइप ऑफ स्कूल वर फाउंड दोज डेज दे हैड ऑल दैट टाइम एगो. इट मीन्स that time ago, it means in those days which kind of school were find in ancient time, I don't have any idea. She read the book over his shoulder for a while. She read the book over his shoulder, यानी वह ओवर उसके सोल्जर से पीछे देखते हुए वह थोड़े से बुक को पढ़ती. सी रीड द बुक ओवर हिज शोल्डर फॉर अ वाइल, कुछ टाइम के लिए. फॉर अ वाइल इट मीन्स जस्ट फ्रॉम हिज बैक साइड सी रीड्स. सी आल्सो ट्राई टू रीड बिकॉज ही वॉज बिजी टू रीड इन द बुक. So, what kind of a school they found all that time ago? She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. And after that, then said, and she says that anyway, जो भी हो, they had a teacher. It means they had a particular teacher in those days, like them. Like computer teacher not, it means they had a teacher like man. It means there were you can say proper school, a lot of students sit there in the school, in the class, and study together. You can say a man teacher came and teach them. Suppose like you study in your class, but suppose online classes running only, so you can say these are not so interesting classes, because when you study in your class to sitting in front of us, it is more interestable also. यानी जब हम क्लास में पढ़ाते हैं तो आपको ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है, बट व्हेन आई टीच ऑनलाइन एट दैट टाइम you are not so interested, and you can say this type of class is not so interesting for you. The same condition over there happening in this chapter also, because Maggie don't like this kind of school as she was reading, and when she heard about the ancient times school, she was very surprised. Okay, so the book ever she she sold a while, and then said anyway they had a teacher, and anyway कुछ भी हो, they had a teacher. And after that I have completed the page here, and next page I will teach in the next video. Before it, one thing I want to make clear over here, that you will read carefully, because it is very important for you. So you will read carefully, and there will be no any problem to you. And so dear students, keep in mind that you are now in class 9th, and so study with hard work, and prepare your homework, prepare your all work, all difficult work that you are not able to understand, and in this way you will make a notebook, and you will continue your study. And if you have no book, you can take book from your school. In schools your books are available. Thank you for seeing this video. Stay at your home, stay safe.